Hi, my name is Ben Acosta. I'm recording my oral presentation of a capstone project paper for my Nuclear 495 Nuclear Energy Engineering Technology capstone course at Thomas Edison State College. My topic is ensuring the safety of the U.S. nuclear energy industry, and we're going to specifically look at the lessons learned from Fukushima. Before I get started, I'd like to acknowledge a few people. Michael Powell, he's the director of Fukushima Initiatives at Palo Verde Nuclear Generating Station out here in Arizona. I've spent several hours with Mike discussing the industry actions being performed from the mandated NRC actions or recommendations, and we'll get to those in a second. The drive that his and his team are very indicative of how the U.S. nuclear industry is attacking all the recommendations from the NRC. The second person I'd like to acknowledge is my daughter Ricky. She's on the other side of this video camera, and she's a film student at Millennium High School. So the two main institutions that I've been looking at is the IAEA, which is the International Atomic Energy Agency, and the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission, with the EMPO, NEI, and APRI reports as well. The IEA report is a mission report that was put out back in May, or actually June of 2011, and it looked at all the data that they got from Fukushima, and they came up with recommendations and conclusions. At the same time that this was going on, the NRC also put together a task force, and they produced recommendations associated with the lessons learned. So if you were to compare the IAEA report and the NRC report, and you will see a lot of similarities between them. The NRC report has three tiers. They have Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. We're going to look at Tier 1 because it has the highest priority and have the greatest benefits. The Tier 1 report has 9 recommendations. We're specifically going to look for this video, we're going to look at the station blackout regulatory actions. So, post-Fukushima activities, the nuclear industry in the United States has taken this strategy called FLEX. FLEX is short for flexible, is to make a safe industry even safer. So the strategy is to have a flexible coping capacity, addresses key issues such as extended loss of power. We ensure we maintain reactor and use fuel cooling, spent fuel pool cooling, and protects against extreme external events, okay, such as hurricanes, tornadoes, flooding, and more importantly, we could have a terrorist attack. So again, they're looking into all of these type of events. These are the defense in depth that we have for our reactor plants, our nuclear power plants. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase that defense in depth by adding this diverse and flexible coping strategy, FLEX. So this is going to increase our safety margin to prevent fuel damage. So the FLEX program takes these multiple layers of power supply. We've talked about the diesel generators, we've talked about the battery banks. We're going to look at the portable backup generators. They're going to add the additional pumps. They're also going to enhance the spent fuel pool monitoring. So we have portable monitors in case we lose electrical power for that, so we know what's going on in the spent fuel pool. We're going to train the people on how to use all this equipment that we're purchasing. We're going to train them, we're going to drill them, make sure they know how to follow the procedures, and then we're also going to test this equipment, and we're going to maintain the equipment with maintenance, and we're going to enhance the satellite communications. The last part of the FLEX program is these regional centers. There are 2 regional centers. One is in Memphis, Tennessee, and the second is in Phoenix, Arizona. So the first phase of the FLEX program is the on-site backup power. We talked about the diesel generators and the importance of them. At Palo Verde, there are 2 diesel fuel turbine generators, which are separate from the emergency diesel generators, and there are 4 redundant sets of batteries in each unit. So there are 4 sets of batteries that are maintained fully charged and capable of supplying DC electrical power. The phase 2 is the on-site equipment. Nearly 400 major pieces of equipment are going to be acquired, such as large portable generators, generating 480 volts AC. We also have diesel-driven pumps to supply water to the reactor core, also supply water to the spent fuel pool. We have small load diesel generators to supply electrical power to exhaust fans, because the batteries, as they're discharging, because there's no AC electrical power, so these batteries are going to be discharging at a high rate. When they discharge at a high rate, they generate hydrogen. This hydrogen could become an explosive environment. So that's what these portable ventilation units are used as well. These fire trucks are going to be able to pump water from different locations, from different sources of water, to either the containment, to the reactor core, or to the spent fuel pool. Phase 2 on-site portable equipment from the NEI document, such things as high-capacity diesel-driven pumps for the spent fuel pool, reactor pressure vessel, high-pressure pumps for the reactor coolant system, reactor pressure vessel, all the suction discharge hoses, portable diesel generators for battery chargers, as we talked about, and cables for connecting all this. One of the lessons learned from Fukushima is they received all these generators from other utilities, but they were not able to connect them because the connections were different manufacturers, different vendors. So part of the Flex program is all the 104 utilities in the country are going to be using the same type of connector. So if I get a diesel from one place, from here, let's say in Arizona, and I send it all the way to the East Coast, they're going to have the same connection, so this diesel generator can hook up and supply electrical power to that unit. Phase 3 is the last phase, is off-site portable equipment. I told you we had 2 regional centers, so within 24 hours, or correction, greater than 24 hours, we should be able to deliver these 4 kV and 6.9 kV diesel generators and additional equipment as needed to that unit. So the regional centers are located in Phoenix, Arizona, and the other one is located in Memphis, Tennessee. They're going to be near an airport, so they've got to be at the staging area within 24 hours and then delivered to the unit within the next 24 hours. So again, another level of protection for the reactor.
Good.
So in conclusion, are the strategies generated by the IEA and the NRC and the actions taken by the nuclear industry sufficient to protect the public? Well, no one can know for sure, but I believe with all the recommendations, the actions, the Flex program, and all the additional Tier 1 recommendations, I believe we are on the right path, and I believe that the nuclear industry is more protected, or more prepared and protected currently and in the future for any natural disasters such as the Fukushima event in 2011. Thank you.